network effect, not just in communicating basic knowledge, but you have to realize that you are a node in the network. In the crypto network, you are a human node. And as a human node, it is your responsibility to update your own blockchain. Now I'm talking about the blockchain in your mind. You need to update that blockchain in your mind, and you need to replicate yourself. You need to create other nodes in your local area and your family, friends, and pass on that knowledge yourself.
We're fucking podcasting on a plane. Who do you know podcasting on a plane?
Never seen it.
That's right. So we were having this conversation about how important it is to gather together and to pass this information on to other people. And I'll give you guys an example. Imagine someone that you very much admire in the crypto space. Imagine if they were to pass away tomorrow. All of that knowledge, that wealth of knowledge will be gone with them. It is important for us to get together often. It's important for us to learn from each other often, because this is all open source technology. We need to pass on this wisdom so that we are all nodes of these networks, human nodes. So it's important for us to get together, come together. We're on our way to this conference in Costa Rica, and we want to learn. We want to become vessels and recipients of this knowledge, and we want to document all of this for you guys, so that you guys can nourish yourselves of this knowledge as well. If you are not part of a crypto meetup, become part of a crypto meetup. If in your area there is not a crypto meetup, make sure you start a crypto meetup. For example, Matt is doing something awesome in his hometown of Orlando. Maybe you can talk about it. You're creating, you're bringing in a whole community around the biggest park in Orlando. Tell them what you're doing.
Yeah, we were there yesterday, just passing through, and it hit me. I'm like, let's check out the Walt Disney Amphitheater. It's right in the heart of downtown Orlando. It's older than Disney World before that even came around. But it's a beautiful natural lake, and it's surrounded by all kinds of art and culture and history. And I threw a festival there last year on February 2nd, 2022, powered by Pirate Chain. And it kind of started with the big vision, and kind of went big in the beginning. So didn't achieve all the goals in terms of attendance and awareness and getting this education out. But I think going there yesterday, we were able to see that you don't have to go big to get started. You can start with a local meetup, find a local bar, or maybe even at your place, I went balls to the wall, even the bear market Pirate Chain, it was challenging for sure. But just getting started.
Start where you're at, sort of thing. The place Matt showed us was fucking beautiful. But just last week, I actually recorded my buddy Chris Guida. Shout out to Chris Guida. He works with Start9 Labs. Start9 Labs developer.
Shout out to Start9 Labs.
Yeah, shout out to Start9 Labs. He runs a crypto meetup in Guadalajara, Mexico.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were just out there. I was shooting, recording some video of it and everything. He did a phenomenal presentation, and look, it's a smaller group, but the group is growing. It's a relatively new thing, and we're talking about in the heart of Guadalajara, Mexico, which, if you don't know the city, it's definitely one of it's like the Silicon Valley of Latin America in a lot of ways. This is a city that has a bustling startup community, a lot of people that are really into crypto, has a lot of potential. So it's just, look, wherever you are, just start something, get the conversations going, start building the community. Even if you're only starting with a handful of people, it'll grow over time. We got to plant those seeds.
I'm happy you brought up Start9 Labs. They're actually going to be presenting at the Crypto Vigilante Summit Hardware Basics. That's going to be happening on the 23rd of September. This is a virtual conference. So our goal here with the Vigilante team is to bring you all of these experiences that we have at crypto conferences to your home. even more, our goal is to bring the whole crypto conference experience to you guys. And this is a hardware basic summit where we're going to be talking about hardware technology in the crypto space. If you're interested in the how-to aspect of crypto, how do you actually use these technologies, I highly recommend the Crypto Basic Hardware Summit on September 23rd. Now this is for beginners, so don't get intimidated. We're talking about crypto and hardware. Don't get intimidated. This is for beginners. We will have more advanced ones in the future, but you should definitely attend this beginner one to get your feet wet, understand how to be your own bank, how to be responsible with your own identity online and using these new protocols. We want to bring this conference experience to you guys. We're doing it through the TCB Summit, but definitely we're documenting these conferences as well. We need you guys. We want you guys to become vessels of all of this knowledge, because this knowledge needs to be spread. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. And when we were talking about how, Elon Musk put a question on the internet the other day, whether technology is something that goes up in an upward spiral, or is it something that decreases through entropy over time. And I think that his thesis is right, that if we don't expand the knowledge, if someone with a lot of knowledge in crypto, for example, were to pass away, that knowledge will cease to exist, and we're going to have to all figure out things out to come to that understanding.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important for us to get together, share ideas, go to conferences, attend local meetups, be part of these virtual summits, and join communities where people are researching and passing on this information.
That's fucking incredibly important, and the in-person aspect is so underrated these days. But one thing I will definitely add is we need to ensure that we're recording and documenting and saving a lot of this on alternative platforms, and not just having stuff on like YouTube, for example, right? There are so many YouTube videos that I've wanted to go back and refer to that have had like a ton of great fucking information in it, but it's fucking gone. It's memory hold because of censorship. And so we need to make sure that not only are we posting these things on like the various alternative platforms, but that we're creating our own archives of whatever we want to share with the world, so that we don't get memory hold by big tech deciding that what we have to say is not worth hearing.
Shout out to Vigilante.tv, guys.
Oh,
we are hosting all of the libertarians. It's our own YouTube. It's our own YouTube, really. Our own everything libertarian, truth, music, you name it, it's all there. And we're gonna keep compiling all of this so it does not get memory hold. Maybe you want to talk about what's happening with Andrew Tate and all that controversy.
Yeah, they're trying to memory hole and delete Top G right now.
Top G.
Top G. So look. First of all, let me just say, Andrew Tate's a very controversial guy, a misunderstood guy. I think a lot of people don't like Andrew Tate based on like hearing other people like express his opinions that don't actually like listen to his videos, seeing like small little segments taken out of context of his perspectives. But look, whether you like Andrew Tate or not is beside the point. What we're talking about is like freedom of speech and somebody's ability to be able to just connect with the world, share their thoughts, and have those thoughts be both received by people that agree, and look, if you disagree with him, like feel free to make your case known, sort of thing. That's what a healthy society looks like. It's dialogue, right? It's a freedom of speech and it's dialogue, so that we can hash this out. Like even if you think somebody's ideas are bad, this is how you deal with a bad idea, is by letting it be shared and then smash it, right? If you think it's a bad idea. But he's been censored from all social media platforms, and even not only his own channels, but any channel that has shared any of his content. they're attacking those as well. So they're doing whatever they can to memory hole this guy, partially because he's trying to uplift men in general, specifically men that have dealt with depression or who aren't fulfilling their potential. He really speaks to these people. Of course, it's not a popular thing to talk about masculinity and the upliftment of men these days. So anyway, crazy time period.
Yeah. So it's important for us to get out there, but it's also important for you guys to get out there and interact with other human beings. I know that sounds funny to say, but if you are not part of a crypto meetup in your local area, you're missing out, because you're missing out on a local network effect that could potentially help you out a ton when shit hits the fan, when the dollar collapses. And it's important to have those local connections. I can talk to you guys for hours about different experiences that people have had throughout crypto, where they've made friends with their local bullion dealer, and other local bullion dealer, because of that relationship, takes Monero, takes Pirate Chain for gold and silver, for example. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be getting out there, talking to people, forming relationships, because these technologies will only grow if you help it grow. You got to get out there and help with the network effect, not just in communicating basic knowledge, but you have to realize that you are a node in the network. In the crypto network, you are a human node. And as a human node, it is your responsibility to update your own blockchain. And it is your responsibility, now I'm talking about the blockchain in your mind. You need to update that blockchain in your mind, and you need to replicate yourself. You need to create other nodes. You need to, in your local area, and your family, friends, and pass on that knowledge yourself.
I'm curious what you guys would say about what would be some use cases. You mentioned one thing with the local bullion dealers and stuff like that, but what else would you say would be a good use case for crypto in a local community?
Your farmers market, by far. Imagine if you have a whole entire crypto meetup and you guys start growing and growing and growing your crypto meetup, and all of a sudden you guys develop a local game plan to go to your local farmers market and hit it up every week and to evangelize people with this knowledge of these technologies. Pretty soon you'll have locally sourced food, goods, and services that you can pay for with crypto, gold and silver as well. So I think that's a very important use case. That connection with your local bullion dealer is pivotal, so definitely reach out to them. And then you can start expanding out. But really, it's seeking those human relationships. It's all about human relationships, and you have to. It's really simple, guys. You have to provide that space. You don't have to be an extrovert. You don't have to give a talk. You don't have to even welcome people. Just at a bar, at a coffee shop, set up a local meetup on any night of the week that you're available. Sit down, put a Bitcoin sign up, and people will come and they will just hang out and just let them shoot the shit, let them talk, let them socialize. It's that simple, guys.
Yeah, I would say that 99.9% of success has to do with showing up. Showing up to do what you love, showing up to be there in the moment, right place, right time. I personally wouldn't be here if I didn't do that. Taking the plunge near Acapulco, getting the plane turned around with Alex over here, thinking, it wasn't meant to be, and we made it, and then I met Raph in person. But it all started on the internet. Me seeking the best information, the greatest thought leaders of this industry. And I never thought we'd be here, but here we are, man.
Matt is a subscriber.
Since day one.
And what did Matt do? Yeah. Very simple. He just came up to me and Jeff and said hi. A lot of people, for some reason, don't do that. Well, feel free to come up to me if you see me and say hi. It's that simple. So, like I was saying, it's very simple, just like Matt. Matt is a subscriber. Matt went in Acapulco, at an Acapulco, came up to Jeff and myself and said hi. Make the human connection, guys. As time has gone on with Anarchapulco, if you guys saw the HBO series, you'll see that Jeff has found more peace in that whole process. You know, maybe in the past, you know, you'd find that during Anarchapulco we were running around, busy, taking care. But as time has gone on, now we have great people at Anarchapulco running the show. Shout out to Kat. Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Macy. Amazing women. It's cool. Finally, the girls took over, and look, everything's flowing.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, who would have thought, right? Women make a home, right? Anyway.
Exactly.
So, come up to us, talk to us, because that's and form that human relationship in your local area. You're gonna be surprised as to the amount of amazing people you're gonna meet in your local area when it comes to crypto and the message of liberty, homesteading. I mean, everything we talk about, from growing your own food to being, to being intelligent regarding different jurisdictions. Get out there, talk to people, connect, because they don't want you to connect. Communists don't like you to connect. They don't like people connecting. It's important for you guys to make sure you create that environment for yourself in your local area, and that you go to these conferences. I know a lot of people out there are not extroverts, so that's why we are doing this. We're bringing it to you guys. These experiences, it is our desire to bring it to you guys, to your home, right? But now that you guys watch these videos, you know, on this channel, we want you guys to take this knowledge and pass it around. It's that simple.
Yeah, but this is kind of, you know, maybe like a rabbit hole thought a little bit, but, you know, back to how this conversation started, we're talking about, like, us as a human being, as a blockchain, and I made the joke about mycelium because it's very much the same. When you look at nodes, blockchain, it's a web of connectedness that's so connected you can't hardly even see it, but it's there. So just to, you know, circle back on that, like,
if I can interject for just
please.
a second,
Yeah,
just so for people that don't understand what mycelium is,
or
don't know about,
okay.
like mycelium is the kind of the white fibrous mass that mushrooms grow from. So it's almost the root system of fungi, sort of thing. So what's actually really interesting about it is like it can have like these masses, like the biggest living organism is a mycelial mass that's greater than a mile wide, right? And so it connects the mushrooms, but not only the mushrooms, but like it connects with trees, other plants. They all communicate through this mycelium network. And so like a mushroom is just a node in this whole network of like interconnected fungi and plants. So it's pretty on point what Matt is saying about us being nodes within a mycelium. You know, it's just like we are interconnected, and it's important that we all like share information, share ideas, share thoughts. And when we do that, it benefits the whole, because you could share something with one person that might help them out, and they could share that knowledge with somebody else, and you just have no clue how the connection, how that might be passed along this entire fucking connected network, you know?
Right. And I think that in the journey of mastering skill sets, networking is one of the top, maybe 5 skill sets to have, I think, of all of them. Like, everyone should develop that to some degree, you know, and why, you know, like, why is that? And that's what I'm, in terms of this rabbit hole thought, like, why are you watching this video? Why are you thinking of coming to Anarchapulco? Why would you start a local meetup? You know, and so that comes down to getting to the brass tacks of existence itself, which is evolution. It's the ever-expanding universe that seeks to expand through connection. So, in a way, by not developing the skills of networking and building your value to share with the world and sharing it, you know, actually going out, showing up and connecting, you're in a way like, you know, resisting existence is, it's not the play. It's not the play. And I think there's tremendous value in, you know, us taking one for the team, so to speak, that you guys included. The team of, I would say, light workers, freedom fighters, quote unquote, just awakened conscious beings, you know, looking to be loved, be themselves. Like, there's tremendous value in going to, say, the summit on the 23rd, or showing up down at Polka, or starting that local meetup. And to not have the courage and make the sacrifices to do so would be resisting your existence, the nature of it to evolve and grow and to be challenged. So it's exciting, man. I'm just honestly, in my meditations, I'm feeling more grounded and thankful than I've ever been in my life. And that's for many personal reasons, but most of it has to do with just like how I feel about the direction of humanity and the people that are actually out there, like what we see in the media and in Hollywood. It's like, aside from that, man, like there's so many beautiful, talented people in my life alone that, like, I'm just like, thank God you're here. Like, I thought I was changing the world, but look at you. And the fact that just I'm having that experience within my network, which is infinitesimal or infantile compared to someone like Andrew Tate, so to speak, like, or Rafael. I mean, like, dude, I have so much hope, I have so much faith, and no doubt we're in the right place at the right time. There's tremendous advantage to being early, to actually taking the action, right? The knowledge is the power, but the power is in, what would you say, but it's the application. But you probably have like a cooler way of saying that, you know? Like, there ain't nothing to it but to do it, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, look, like what you said, you're on point, man. There's so much richness out there and so much human potential that has been kept from us and that they want to keep from us. That's why they don't want people to, that's why people were in prison for a year, you know, in their own homes. They don't want us to connect. And I really think that all this pandemic bullshit happened because of crypto. Because crypto gave us the means to interact with each other. They try to slow us down. It's a way to interact in a way that is P2P. And what does that mean when you talk about P2P currency or P2P technology? It means that information flows a lot faster without any intermediaries, without any middlemen. The middleman is the blockchain. Right. The blockchain verifies everything for us as trustworthy. And by that means we're able to generate not just content, but we're able to save time. Save time in categorizing what really matters over that which is bullshit. Because we live in a world full of bullshit where they're trying to manipulate us, they're trying to confuse us all the time. So we save time using these technologies, but these technologies are not enough. A lot of people come into crypto and they want to develop crypto technology, but the biggest mistake that they make is that they don't interact with people, physical, meet space. And when they don't do that, they start creating projects that are for a virtual world, not reality. So it's important, if you're a programmer out there listening to this, get your ass out in nature. Go swimming in the ocean. Go swimming on the lake. Go spend a day in the forest. Go mountain biking. Go walk your dog. Get the fuck out of the screen. Go be in nature. Nature is healing. And the crypto space is a very masculine space. You need to simmer that shit down with some feminine energy. If you don't have women around you because you're very busy working, get your ass out in nature. Nature is feminine. You need I've had this fucking experience, guys, where I've taken these fucking hacker programmers dudes in the middle of these conferences, and I literally say, stop working, motherfuckers, jump in the ocean. And I've seen these dudes jump in the ocean, and the last time I did it was at night, which was the coolest experience. And these dudes that are so caught up working behind the screen, when they jumped in the ocean, their whole facial expression and everything changed. Of course, the Monero guy went deep fucking in there. I don't know if he was ever going to come back. He just went deep like a Monero person would, right? Deep into the dark ocean swimming, and came back. It seemed like he just was born again, this guy.
I would be after
like
that
he was
too.
baptized by Poseidon or some shit, like, you know. If you're a programmer out there, you need to get your ass out in nature. Nature's feminine, nature is healing, and you need to connect with source. nature and other human beings. Go to crypto meetups. A lot of people I know out there in crypto are autistic or on the spectrum. It doesn't matter. You need to get out there. Find friends that you can leverage off your skills off with them. Guys that may be, or women that are that maybe have strengths that you don't have, that they can leverage off the skills that you have, and you can leverage off the skills that they have. That you want to surround yourself with people that complete you in your local area, so you can form a real good team. In the market, we call that division of labor. And markets specialize. Find your specialty. But you're only going to be able to find your specialty by networking, by connecting with people, guys. When I started in crypto, I was broke college kid. I had a fucking inflatable mattress, and I traveled from crypto conference to crypto conference, and I would fake fucking press passes to get in, like for real, to the point that they knew what I was up to, and they were all my friends, but that's how it was, you know what I'm saying? In the early days, we fought for Bitcoin, we fought for crypto.
Fake, man, we get it.
Yeah, but that's the love, you know what I'm saying? You guys got to get out there. You guys got to get out there. And if you can't get out there, go to meetup.com in your local area. Go to the nearest crypto meetup and just go there and start meeting people. It's that simple. Get your ass out of the screen. Go to nature. Go swimming in nature. Go for a hike. What up, Vigilantes? I am on my way to go speak to the business association of this whole area of Acapulco called Bonefield, where we have Acapulco. We're gonna set them up with crypto. So all these people, all these businesses are gonna become merchants, crypto merchants. So very excited about that. I'm actually walking there right now. So at the end of Acapulco, I felt compelled to give a workshop. And it was really two workshops in one. One, it was on the topic of AI and how to respond to it as the crypto community. And we gifted you guys the tools, so open source, so you can learn more about how to respond to AI using proof of work. And the second topic of conversation is how can we onboard up hundreds of millions of users overnight into the crypto space? And that has already been solved. So go to this description. This information needs to get out. In my opinion, is probably the two most pressing issues of our time that are really, come down to just one issue. We need to reach hyper cryptodization before AI takes over. And we have the tools. So we really want you guys to click in the description and watch this workshop. I did it at the end of Acapulco. After everything was done, I just felt compelled. I felt called to do it. In my opinion, it's the most badass workshop that I've ever given, because it has to do with what is, in my opinion, the two biggest issues in our time: AI and fixing the crypto onboarding problem. Both wrapped in one. You guys gotta watch it. I can't stress enough how important this workshop is. We're giving it away for free. So just sign up below, watch the workshop. This actually was a 3.5-hour workshop, and we broke it down to, there goes a puppy. And it broke down to after editing, it was like an hour and 30 minutes. So we trimmed the fat for you, and I hope you enjoy it. Peace, love, anarchy. Bye.